Alright guys, on today's video I'm going to show you how to make two of the most useful items you will ever make for bushcrafting, and that's a draw knife and a vise that works like a charm. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot during this, but I will give you my thoughts on this vise once we're done. To go with our vise, we're going to turn our knife into a draw knife, and that's going to give us much more control as we're working on whatever projects we have to do. All we need is a short section of stick, and we're going to bind the top and bottom. In order to keep that binding from slipping off the top, we'll go ahead and just put a little notch in there, and we'll use our vise to hold our peg or a piece of wood or handle for a draw knife as we do that. I got the idea for this vise out of Gene and Jerry McPherson's book on wilderness living and survival skills. And since that time, I have made several of them, and they work absolutely fantastic. One of the coolest things about these two items is that you can make them with only stuff you find in the forest. I'm using paracord for my bindings on this because it's available and it's very strong, but if all you've got is spruce roots or some sort of natural cordage, that would work just fine. One of the most important things to keep in mind here is that your tip doesn't stick out the other side of your handle so you don't cut yourself. I first used this type of draw knife on a spin-off show from Malone called the Malone Skills Challenge, where I was having to build a kayak with nothing but a knife, some string, and a tarp. Turned out pretty good. Something like this is absolutely invaluable. Same goes with a little draw knife here. Just the addition of a handle on one side of it gives you so much more control over your blade so that you can get nice long shavings like we're getting right here. I wouldn't be able to do that nearly as effectively if I was just holding the blade, and I wouldn't be able to do it as long because my hands would get fatigued. So I've made and used several of these vices, and when it comes to making stuff, especially if you're making bows or longer stuff, having something to hold your material while you work on it, especially, I mean, this thing is rock solid. Like, you're not gonna pull this piece of wood out of here. The wood or whatever you're working on is held very securely, not only between these two uprights here, but then also that cordage as it wraps over and binds everything down. Just makes for a really solid bench. And if that vise and draw knife weren't cool enough, I'm going to take just a quick minute to show you how to make the absolute best adjustable pot holder in the whole world. So this adjustable pot hanger works very, very well. You can slide it up and down the pole. You can build them for any size vertical pole, and you can spin them around. They just work fantastic. So all in all, you can make both the draw knife and the vise probably in 20 or 30 minutes. And it will save you so much time and effort. It is well worth the time that you put into it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Get out there, make some stuff, learn some skills, be happy. We'll see y'all in the next one. I don't know what I'm making here. I'm just carving wood. I just like making shavings. It's just so nice. The cedar just peels off so nice. Look at that, just beautiful stuff.